Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Ultimate, because a lot of people kind of expect it to be used as an engage tool, but in the early stages, you might as well pop it to just get to a lane faster because there's no one who can really do anything.
Even if he dies, still gets the CS. I mean, he's just picked up double Ruby Crystals, probably helped with it. Lincer says, let's dive this. And Broken Blade with only a flash up. He's going to try Decimating Smash. Lincer's looking for the W in hands and has the damage. Broken Blade flashes away, still being tanked up now by Lincer. He'll have to get out though and does so successfully. Wave going to be received by dead Broken Blade, but it's a first blood over.
And in games that were tough for them to come into, like, I think it finally feels like Vitality are starting to crest that, but we'll have to see if they can.
They have to in this fight at least. Solar Play comes through. Lincer is blown apart. Doesn't even get to play the team fight. Niski with the Unbreakable Will, the ulti negated by Kazi. A great version of him popping into the feathers, but a Decimating Smash sets up to put him sky high. Caps doesn't get anything with the ulti himself, or rather the shove. Niski's just flashed away. Everything from Vitality lost. Broken Blade looks caught out here, but he won't die.
The Dragon's the task, but Dragon still about 20 seconds off, so you're not going to be able to pick that up. And you do burn some crucial summoner spells, but Nako got to get some control over the top side and push in, didn't quite get the places.
Emo Blade comes through. Broken Blade, the Hollow Radiance is doing work, and now Caps is going to do the same too. He's traversed up to the top lane to be a nuisance, and Nako seismic shove just out of time at the Sanguine pull. He gets away.
This is what G2 have to do though, make this counter punch on the opposite side, because Dragon is going down for Vitality.
Big. And again, I mean, that Dragon, thought of it, shove, flash, Nako's alive, but for how much longer? The Avengers are here! Dun, 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 dun. There's 4 of them! And Hawkeye's not really even a superhero like G2. Smack him down. They're going to get plating, as you said, for the Dragon. Now it's starting to be more worth.
Yeah, they needed to start making these plays, and it's a good call from G2. They knew they couldn't really contest on towards Dragon with the teleport advantage that Vitality had, although not on Nako, we'll say, but still, nice plays from G2. Tower won't quite go down, but they're still getting a lot of gold on towards Caps.
That's big. I mean, Caps this game so far.
Big too.
Set up performance, you're right. Maybe go again, but Chayak has got Niski to cover, but the turret is almost dead. They're going to have to abandon ship. Vitality let it go. First turret at 12 minutes, 50 seconds. Very early into the game, G2 with the feats of warfare, or I mean the feats all
back
around.
To mid lane, because they think that's probably where the plays happen, because there's a Rift Herald in the pocket of Skewmon. So you either cover mid, or you lose bot, or you cover bot and lose mid. Like, there is no winning here as Niski...
So ulti cleanses as well. The IKEA bucket hat would come in clutch there, if only Kazi knew. Because now mid is just open for G2.
Oh, he's got to be...
Oh, good sidestep from Kazi. He survives, but this might be a double turret. Herald will smash this wide open.
Yeah, but it is a bit of a self-made problem by Kazi there, because he ends up walking into range of Caps' seismic shove, and now G2 walking in range of Lince's, but can't really get in. Niski.
Oh, pops the ulti though as Lincer goes in. Vitality are not all here together. Niski will engage, but he will surely die. The Unbreakable will break nothing against G2. Skewmon with a double. The Innot's going to go down, and G2 yes, one down.
Right, but yeah, Dragon will be taken by G2, but I was keeping my eyes on, like, as you can see on the minimap, like, what Chayak and what Kazi were up to, but they didn't actually try to move up towards that top side. I thought that would have been the attempt at a trade, especially with Lince's has the level 6, but Broken Blade, without that extra help, just clears out the way.
But after the Hylissang introduction, or I shouldn't say introduction, is Kazi. We're going to pause on that one, might be caught out. Shove back. He doesn't get to ulti, and Niski is just going to die where he stands. This Vi is not hungry because he's overeating. 6-0. Every kill but one over to him. It is the Skewmon carry show.
Kazi getting caught out for a second time there as well.
He's face checking. You have no business being here. Where is the Vitality we were hyped for? Because G2 are putting them somewhere in their place.
Yeah, I don't know what you lads are up to, but it's not looking pretty. Just getting caught out over and over, trying to find something back on plays that have already gone out of control, and then Nako in a similar position.
Won't be able to 1v3. I mean, this fight will blast him. Caps finally gets a kill, or rather he got one before. It's a second. But G2 5-0, making this look like a stomp in game one. It might only be...
I mean, look, we can hit on Vitality for the mistakes that they're making, but G2 are playing this exception.
They're clean. Cap steps up though. Dagda goes golden, maybe still clean enough. There's help from Lenses, but Cap flashes towards Skewmon. Niski can't get away from him. Instead, gets shoved backwards. Long range damage from Han Summer, who's not even nearby. He starts walking up as Chike. He's getting kited away, flashes away. Caps will live to stay on the day. Artican now thought about as G2 have a numbers advantage, and you can see that Vitality want to poke out, they want to prod, they want to fight, but they're not going to get the chance. Nucko goes into the pool, but now there's a wall in the way. He flashes over, but the disengage is not enough. Brought back in. G2 are going to continue adding the spice.
They try so hard to get Caps, but it meant nothing. They were left empty-handed, whereas G2, they're walking away with a massive bouquet of flowers.
Well,
so
Madrid,
difficult to make a play, even if you go bot.
Yeah.
And Sama is so difficult to lock down. So, like, how do you make anything happen?
You're right. Again, there's so much mobility, there's so much disengage. I feel like for G2, you know, this comp Dagda, we talked a lot about how their conditions need to rely on maybe finding a lead, escalating quickly. Because Vitality, there's a lot of scaling on that comp. There's frontline, there's good disengage, maybe some kind of front to back and pause quickly, but Broken Blade will not. He wants the Raptors, he'll stand there and contest, but Linces ends up getting it while they're playing topside, but bot is where the Dragon is. I guess Vitality know there is no way they're getting anywhere near this.
See, the problem is there's 4 members of G2 that were on the bottom side of the map, but Broken Blade exists on the top side of the map. You know when you need to shop.
It's got a TV. You know, people have TVs in their fridge.
That feels unnecessary.
You can watch Twitch, but then what's the point? Because if you open the fridge, you can't see. So you got to look to the side. You're like, but how do I get my milk and watch the LEC at the same time? Good questions to ask us, LeBron. He takes this engagement. Captures wall again, does well. In a choke, you'd say it's great, but look at the knock-up galore. I feel like I'm at my 6th birthday party again. Bounce, Vitality, bounce. It's so much fun, but they're crying. They just want to get out of this wild engagement as Triac getting an ulti knocked around as well. It's bullying, but there's no parents to help them.
The clouds are running wild at the birthday party. Try to go on LeBron, but honestly, Leona incredibly tanky at this stage. She's not going to happen, boss.
Linces, I appreciate it. I respect it. The shield's up, but he's dead. I mean, he has to flip the game. It's a 10k gold disadvantage, and the Vitality jungler.
We got to see it from G2, but today, they really do feel alive.
It's nice to see. I mean, look, a lot of people are getting excited because they're like, oh, we don't know where G2's at, and that makes the league more exciting. It's more competitive. But they remind you that you still have to step up to the plate. Don't get lazy. Don't get complacent, whatever the word is, Dagda. You know you just can't settle back. G2 in its only game 1, but it is an exceptional game at that. Vitality on their last legs at 26 minutes into the game. It feels like we might be looking towards a quick night if this continues as Vitality. We won't be able to stop any of the backs here either. Nothing up for a while, but double inhibitor down. And 12,000 gold lead for G2. Mobility that comes from Caps. Always a moment's notice, he'll be there. Hunsummer jumps in, and look, Kazi's caught out. That's one mystic shot. Combination, the feathers are great, but he's dead. 8 kills for this Vi jungle, and 1 more down for Vitality. Yep, that's away into the base.
Hey, that's the 80 carry gone again. So Vitality down a man, and you've still got Chayek pushed in the bot line. So G2 going to just destroy this turret.
G2's death may have been grossly exaggerated.
Just a smidge, maybe.
You know, GB not only didn't get $100 yesterday, he's also now sweating a bit. I see you, GB. You're telling me that G2 won't make playoffs. I don't know about that. This game is giving me a lot of hope. Broken Blade just runs into 2 turrets, and look at the engage. Who's going to die from G2, if anyone? I think you know the answer already. Nucko can't even transfuse his own blood into a saving grace. G2, that was up.
And I think they have those options available to them quite early into the game. You know, Ari, Jhin, Nautilus all get to make plays very early into it. Vitality, they have succeeded with hard-to-play compositions before. I think this classifies as one of them.
Nefiri last week, but boy, oh boy, Linces has got his work cut out for him today with all 3 lanes.
Yeah. Niski? Nope.
Yeah, he's gone for a roam, but it might work out. Actually, the bailout is there on Caps, but as he walks away, he doesn't die, doesn't need it. Skewmon gets the range, and Wind becomes first blood.
And now Linces' job just got significantly more difficult. That's a good turnaround by G2. Especially with Niski not having flash. Maybe it will be back up in time, but I don't think it will be. for this like early threat on top side.
Nice charm. Lenses is here. Caps up against Turret. It's one bleed. It's the second. And the dogs will do the rest. Lenses. Great gank timer.
He just don't miss. Managing to hit it. And now on the opposite side, trying to get some trade back, but Hansama getting that Guardian, able to trade effectively in return. And both junglers now starting to make their way up towards his top side.
Great trade. Q comes up for Hansama. Niski almost died. Really clean stuff from Hans, and Kazi now respecting that as well, as Linces might be here, but misses. Linces now thinking about the wave, but still, that camp is not safe. Chagas run out of ulti as well. Caps is zoning off. What mid lane is fighting out. Look at Linces. Look at Skewmon. He's obviously winning here on the Zins out. Gets the camps as well. Vitality have to back off and pay respect. While Broken Blade looks for the demolition. Wants Nucko. The burst of flash. Father begets son.
How could you do this to him? He was supposed to be the one. But really well played by
Vitality
Broken.
trying to punch back. While Linces does his first dragon of the game. Note, grubs were actually taken, and Skewmon's going to finish them off right now. The 3 grubs versus the dragon is the handshake deal, but I once again see Skewmon with an early gold lead, and even more so, Broken Blade with a lead.
Spots were not hitting for Nucko whatsoever, and now you've got multiple members from Vitality down here to try and punish Broken Blade.
The demolish, now looking for a way out. The World End is in, side step up, Broken Blade, it's clean, he tries to get out, but with the dredge line, it seems to be an impossibility. The counter-strike not getting a stun means Nucko has a sure kill. Broken Blade just wants to get to the wave, he dives, he's wasting time, but he's now out of mana. Niski's gonna chase him up, you're right, but dredge line, where is it? He finds him! Niski's gonna slow him down, and the delay on this back as well, Dagda.
Does Nucko get the... Nucko doesn't get anything. So it will be the TP burn from Broken Blade in the hopes to escape, but honestly, not having any killer assist go over to Nucko. And now you're just going to back away. Skewmon gets the Crab and River that we were talking about. His top side is about to spawn, so he's just getting good value out of what he's doing on the map.
Still hovering. G2 want to make it more than value. The pullback, Niski doesn't get to go anywhere. He's rooted up before he can flash over the wall. G2 toy with Niski yet again. Second death here, and Nucko gets some trade back on Broken Blade, but G2 this early game is going what you'd like as a G2 fan, as Cart's going to get handshake. He cleansed a bit early, but Lenses with the all-in. Invulnerable is he. Sends out the spears. Hansama though with a bailout. Gets bailed out. The curtain call will not find them all. G2, this is their day again.
It's a body block from G2 that stops Vitality.
30-minute win again, if they're not able to, I guess, kind of relinquish some of the pressure.
But the problem is, it's like, how do you try and move into check these, as Linces is about to explain is you just don't have tanky members on Vitality. Like, Nautilus is not a tank at this stage. He is too far behind, doesn't have the resources he needs. And Caps, actually, though, might need help.
Yeah, depth charge. This is an opportunity. Vitality getting something back. The Spirit Rush used, and Niski gets the kill. Oh my god, Chai committed ulti.
Look, some mid lane tendencies die hard, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
They take a while to work out of the system.
Thank god my Nautilus has got all the kills, and now he can carry his Broken Blade. He just walks it back. That's some gold back at least.
But I think this is where it just is very difficult for Vitality, because sure, okay, getting that kill will help Niski get towards that locket of the Iron Solari, but he still won't be really tanky enough to face tank into LeBron being able to handshake him, Skewmon's damage, Hansama with the Chains of Corruption as well, and that kind of goes for everyone on Vitality. You don't have someone who can go in.
Oh my, I mean, just give him the trophy. Jesus, like that was smooth. And it's nice. You know, when Nucko was doing that only... Even
the damage profile, like Karzi going for the static shiv, means he's just not really going to be a big damage threat.
Mosquito build.
Same with Shayak.
Yeah, but there is a lot of damage from Broken Blade. He's got Trinity Forces, Skewmon to back him up. Niski comes in, flash dredge line, Broken Blade flashes out of the way. There's a TP coming in as well behind enemy lines. G2 about to be pincered. The new flute comes up from Skewmon. He's ready to dance.
The Brav is on the way though.
Dredge line begins. Step charge up. Broken Blade's dead. There's a reset, but Chayak has to get on out with the disengage. The curtain call after a turret shot hits Lenses. The Brav there to defend. Herald helping out as well. Shelly just holding the minion wave while mid for G2 might be taken.
Yeah, Skewmon was hoping if he put down the Herald.
Even as underdogs coming into the matchup, I thought, yeah, there's a big chance that Vitality can win. G2 have really stepped up to the plate. We've said it over and over these last couple of games. They open up mid, and now looking for Nucko between the cracks. But they're just going to get more control. Nucko is going to paste it back, and no one nearby, so patience given, and G2 are taking all of this bot side jungle as well. The pressure around Broken Blade right now is massive.
Yeah, I don't know if G2 can actually get this tower though. And it is Shayak who's going to get some pressure on the top side, but if you can force this maybe, okay.
They say, yeah, we can.
Void Clubs are.
Knuckle World Ender, there's Hansama using his ult as well, so that's Depth Charge in response. Good knockup, but the hostile takeover flies and only gets the minions enraged. Vitality look for another angle. Is this their opportunity? Is this their chance? How do they teleport onto a ward? It's a flank. Vitality put their nails in the line and start putting the coffin, but whose is it? Where's the name tag? Linces at half HP, 6.5k.
Nako trying to get the flank though. Can he make the play happen? Broken Blade in a similar position.
World Ender, but set up by Niski. There's the charm as well. Follow up. Lebrov about to dive, and here he goes. Bail out, almost coming through. Kazi jumped on Broken Blade, takes him down, but Vitality's found a couple of picks. It's a shutdown. It's a charm. It's not bad, but G2 remained on top of the dragon. Skirmishes is still pretty damn strong. They get what they came for.
Vitality.
Atakan is up. There's only one. It's Thornbound, and as Lebrov walks into Nako, Vitality can't keep getting caught out. Broken Blades also run in, and Nako at half HP, zoned out. There's a Shockwave, there's a World Ender. He can only go in, but stunned up regardless. Shockwave bursts him down. Vitality again. Caught out. Linces will jump in. An invulnerable bottom, but a flush as well. G2 all 5. Survive. Vitality, it's a counter play, but the counter punch doesn't look as good as G2 once again.
Caps' patience on the Shockwave was so good there. Constantly moving the ball, so every time Nako tried to walk back towards his turret, he would have to walk over the orb. The potential for him to be pulled back away from the turret for safety, and it's when Niski actually goes in, Caps pulls the trigger, kills Nako, and it's a pick. The fact that you can guarantee yourself at least a tiebreaker to get in is huge, but Niski
again needs to run away. Wind doesn't become lightning this time. Skirmishes is deep. Nako goes over the wall. There's a re-engage. But where is the damage? He ultis. Nako flashes out. Chayek, it's a great angle, but Niski in the thick of it for now. Skirmishes still not dead. Nako doesn't have the damage, nor the reset. Caps is low. He's got a bailout. Chayek playing with it, but still not dead. Caps the shielding. It's enough, but really too much for Vitality. Every single time I'm watching this team, as the hostile takeover takes root and Linces runs into Skirmishes to boot. It's G2 walking.
Damage isn't there. There's just every fight. It feels like they're trying to threaten this backline, trying to look for flanks, but they just, again, group up once more. A third dragon on the cards, and you just can't contest.
Continues. I live for
Which
the
is
applause,
worse, this or whistle guy?
No, the whistle guy, much worse. I do have a whistle here. Might bring it out tomorrow, depends on the games. It's just got to feel the vibe, you know? When we start getting crazy, we get into 50-minute games, then the whistle. Oh, boy. Oh, that's what really rings for us, doesn't it? Okay, Soul Point. Will we get a Soul in this game? G2 are looking to make this an under 1 hour series. Vitality looking for a Charm Orb of Deception. Tickles, doesn't even hit.
But Vitality don't know where Broken Blade is. He hasn't shown on a wave. Now he'll show. Actually, doesn't even on mid-wave.
They don't care. Deadly Flourish is there. We need damage. They need damage. Vitality running into Skirmishes, but he gets the smite down. Meanwhile, Nako wanted a flank, and he got one, but the whole of G2 are there waiting.
And now that's going to be Baron. I don't think he gets it. Oh, dude, charm.
Minions aren't there. It's a Mosquito build for a reason. Kazi doing nothing. At the moment, Lebrov getting the dogs unleashed on him. The handshake out. Niski caught out. Depth charges there, but there's no follow-up. Niski having a rough one. 2, 6, and 2. G2 have his number every time. The sidestepping is egregious from this team.
But it's also, again, the problem that we were talking about for Vitality of who face checks.
Yeah.
Like Nako stepped into a brush he thought he owned and died immediately. Niski hasn't been able to find them. Chayek is getting choked out by Caps. And Lebrov is probably tiny enough to just stand in front of Linces right now.
He is. He walks into them. He's been doing the same thing. Charm doesn't connect, and G2 are just doing the Dragon, Baron by themselves. Shockwave's still there to zone, and there you go, Baron, 9.5k gold lead. This is so easy. If they had dinner at reservations, they can just go in about 5-10 minutes time.
But they got 30 seconds time until they're going to be eating good, because Infernal Soul going to be open available for them.
But you don't want to look like a wimp, so you got to sit there and eat it.
Yeah.
But you're sweating,
Tears streaming down your face.
The bib's getting dirty. Oh my god, if you don't know Hotbot, you think this is a real different activity. As Skumon's looking for the chase. Niski got caught out. He was pretty deep, looking for an angle around the Dragon, but he will not find it. Instead, his death remains. Number 7 on that is Han Summer. Hits another target. Caps meanwhile onto Kazi. Flashes away from Linces. Run, Jin, run! But his own curtain called again as Linces has now flashed away. He's like, wait, I'm the new target. Under turret. Again, the shockwave held until flashed. Caps is playing with his dog, and it's not even his pet.
And Jax is just working his way through the bot side as well. He chased off Chayek, he knocks back Nako, and now just may knock down this turret as well.
He's playing with them too, isn't he? Vitality, don't know what hit them here in this series so far. There's about 8-9 kills between them. Broken Blade forces out the flash from Chayek, and back into his base he goes. Double inhibitor at 31 minutes. A slower game this time as Niski's just handshake sent back, slapped on the cheeks. Said, there, sport, as Broken Blade death charge up, but Lebrov is there, gives him the shield, jumps in, counter-strikes, cares not about his mana, flash away from Nuko, but the piercing blight, the Baron minions! Hans has your number again, and G2, it gets better. It gets better and better and better for Vitality. It gets worse and worse and worse. Hostile takeover for the zone, and Chayek is trying to find that angle again. Caps is so tempting. He's that last bit of pig's blood you just want to shove in. It looks so juicy, but Chayek running for his life because Skumon now with the chase up. Flash available. Look at the damage. Chayek is going to be into the dirt immediately, and as Skumon wastes time, G2 have shown that the tragedy of their death was very much overstated.
G2, a confident series, a needed series for both themselves and the fans. You can hear in the stands as Linces tries to go for Hansama redemption. Going to keep him topped up.
Gets close, but look, the next turrets are falling down, teleporting. G2 want to end it here and now. You thought G2 were done, you thought they were dusted, you thought they were watched, you thought Europe had different kings, again, different sides, but no. Just when you doubt them, they always find a way to come back in. Our match of the week, nah, this was a wash.